Hey guys, I'm Ted, here to give another fat fact, and for this fat fact, we're going to discuss Samuel Gompers and the American Federation of Labor, better known as the AFL. Now, Samuel Gompers was a Jewish immigrant from Great Britain who was a highly skilled cigar roller. That was his trade. He was a cigar roller. Now, Gompers founded the AFL, the American Federation of Labor, in 1886, and he did so because he realized that highly skilled laborers stood a better chance of bargaining for better treatment, better pay than unskilled laborers, and they also stood a better chance that they distanced themselves from unskilled laborers. Gompers realized that employers would be hard pressed to replace these highly skilled laborers who were not as easily replaced, who had to undergo long apprenticeships, long journeyman apprenticeships before they became skilled in their craft and in their profession. Now, Gompers and the AFL took a very many people consider it a very hard stance against the major union platforms or the major union points. One being Gompers was bitterly opposed to anarchists and socialism. Gompers only focused on getting on attaining limited aims for the men he represented. Wages, working conditions. That was it. He didn't try to reform society. He didn't want to throw off the capitalist system. They were very moderate in their success, and largely, by and large, Gompers and the AFL were successful in their dealings with employers. Large employers, small employers resisted unionism at every level. They simply didn't have the resources that these larger monopolistic firms had to sort of cater to the needs of these moderate unions, or even to the radical unions for that matter. They simply didn't have the means. Um, now, Gompers and his union, they promoted what he called the simple or plain and simple trade unionism, simple trade unionism. But they often sought to simply improve their working conditions within the existing system. They didn't want to break anything down. The AFL and Gompers, they really functioned a lot like the capitalists they worked for, in that they wanted to simply gain as much as they could for their time and their effort. And Gompers, he limited the membership of the AFL to only skilled laborers, white male skilled laborers, who at this time they were an elite group. They constituted only about 4 to 5% of 45% of the entire workforce. It's as though, to use a modern contemporary union, it's as though you take a labor force like the NFL, and you say, and all members of the NFL players are in the NFL Players Association. That's their league union. If the NFL Players Association came out and said, "Oh well, players who a few group of players who have been Pro Bowlers for more than five times. They're forming their own union and they're bargaining for, mandatory sets of uh, working conditions and wages. Those players, those prime players who are marquee players, who are hereditary all stars, marquee names, big ticket names. Um, those guys are going to attract the owner's attention. The owners are going to say, "Well, hey, I need these guys. I need to pay these guys." They're going to cater to these workers more. Their demands are going to be met a whole lot more than some guy who isn't well known by the fans and isn't really viewed or seen as being highly skilled. Things like that. That's basically how Gompers organize the AFL to function. He wanted the elite force, the elite work, the elite group of the workforce to attract the owner's attention, so that they would be able to make deals with them more effectively, so that they will be able to bargain with them, bring them to the bargaining table more effectively. And that's the fast fact on the fast fact on Gompers and the AFL. And even now, the AFL and Gompers have this sort of mixed legacy, to where it's either you respect them or you have disdain for them, particularly Gompers. A lot of people have disdain for Gompers because of his stand towards working with these owners, and for only looking out for a small fraction of the industrial labor community. But that's our fast fact. Hit like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you thought about it. And as always, I am Ted, and I will see you guys later with another fast fact.